All right, guys, so here we are. It's Monday, the 16th of March, one day before the event, and I'm here with Gavin Carter, our race director. This is Gavin's third year as my race director. Basically, everything and anything that has to do with track prep, surface, coordination of who goes when down that track, everything and anything that happens on that track is the responsibility of Mr. Carter here. So Gavin, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you're from, how we met one another, how I got you down here and suckered you into a third year, and maybe a little bit about yourself.
So from Memphis originally. We met through Jason Miller, and Jason was here for years before I got here. Jason was pursuing the family and all that stuff. Was like, hey, you want to come on board? And we were on a phone call at PRI and kind of like, hey, sure, let's see what we can do. And year one was awesome, changed from where you were before to here the first year. Worked out some wrinkles and kinks, and last year was an awesome year. And talked about before we got started, experiencing all 4 seasons this week. As you see, I'm currently in a beanie and wearing 3 or 4 layers. But I'm freezing
my booty off, just to be clear. Gavin hits on a couple of good points I want to kind of expand on a little bit. So Gavin actually worked with Jason at World Cup, and Jason actually made him sort of like a quasi-race director. I don't want to say that out loud because Jason's always the race director, but the reality is that he's engaged Gavin more and more over the last 5 or 6 years at the World Cup, and it was kind of a natural fit. Met him, and in the most straight way I can say it, fell in love with the guy. He's incredible. Calm demeanor. I'm hype. I'm extra. I'm a lot of energy. For those of you that know me know that. Gavin keeps me calm and cool even when stuff is bad. He's like, don't worry about it. We got this. So that's how we met, and hopefully this is a long time partnership. He mentioned the weather. So we literally are having winter today and early tomorrow. We're having spring and fall, depending on which you prefer. You can kind of choose which you prefer on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're fading into summer Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So from your perspective, how does that change the way that you prep? I mean, if you look here, we have, what is this, VHT?
Yeah, we got PJ1 here, and this is stuff that we use for traction compound purposes of it. Obviously, when it's colder like it is today, we use a little bit more of that. Then we're going to be, like I said, summertime by the weekend. So we'll be dialing back a little bit less PJ, a little more methanol, trying to keep things nice and tight out there, keep it from being like a grease ball, as what some people know it as, and making maximum traction that we can out there given the temperatures and everything else.
So why is it that you use less of this stuff when it's hot? Like, what is it the chemical that makes stuff greasy when it's hot, or what?
Yeah, it's the chemical, and not to bore people at home with it, but the chemistry of it, whenever the big ball of fire's in the sky heating everything up, it just kind of ignites everything and makes it a little loose, a little almost like liquid whenever it gets too hot out there. So we put alcohol, methanol in there, and it just tightens everything up, dries it up. So a little bit less of that, a little more alcohol, methanol in it, keep things nice and tight for us.
And you have obviously your own mixture of methanol to PJ1.
Oh, yeah, there is much more than just kind of spraying and praying. There's a lot of math and chemistry that goes on behind the scenes with what we do. So,
and it's obviously very confidential. We don't share that stuff publicly.
No, that's a proprietary blend.
Okay, cool. What else? So the other thing I'll say is we're joking about the weather and saying a lot about the weather and the fact that we'll have the 4 seasons, but this is literally the first year that I can remember that we've not had a supercell rain on the forecast. I think 2 years ago, last year we had a terrible storm come through early, and then we had 40, 50 mile an hour winds where we had to stop racing completely on several days. And then the year before, we had complete rain out on Saturday. I think some rain on Thursday night. And then the year before, I think we had a day of rain. So it's funny, I look online, people are like, oh, the weather's great. And some people are like, oh, it's going to be hot. I'm like, better than rain. What is your sort of perspective on that?
Oh, 100%. As long as we don't have the liquid sunshine coming down, we're all good. That just makes things a lot more difficult from the track side, the spectator side. I mean, everybody has a much better time whenever we got blue skies and sunshine, no matter how hot or cold it is. It makes our jobs easier. It makes the drivers' guys easier as well, too. I mean, it's going to be an awesome weekend. We
Cool.
don't have the weather to worry about on that side. It's just going to be a little warm. So I think you said it on the Facebook post, bring a hat, bring some sunscreen, bring a tank top, come hang out. It's going to be a good time.
And come buy some hoodies like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I promise you, you're going to need them. All right, and last question, then we'll let you get back to work. But tell us just a little bit about the types of equipment that we have here this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our quad with sprayer that we use to spray the traction compound with. We've got a 2-tank system on there, so we can actually adjust the mix based off of how hot, how cold it is, whatever we need to do. And then over here we have our flat drag tractors that we use. We have 2 of those, used to kind of lay the base down. We also use for cleanups and things like that. And then on the far side, we can't really see it right now, we have our Sick Prep branded rotator as well. So a big rotator puts down rubber back behind, use it to kind of tighten things up. We'll be using that quite a bit this weekend with how hot it's going to be. So yeah.
Okay, got it. And lastly, you mentioned Sick Prep. Can you tell us a little bit about Sick Prep? They're sort of newer to well, first year that we're working with them. However, those guys we've worked with for a long time. So can you kind of tell us about that?
Yeah, so Sick Prep is a new venture with myself, Thomas Bemis, and Weston Nichols. Obviously, before there was another company that we were using. Decided to start our own thing, do our own thing, and it's same folks, just a different 3-letter acronym is all it is. But yeah, so we're doing racetrack grinding, racetrack prep, racetrack management. I mean, just anything you can think of is something that we're doing now on the Sick Prep side. Partnering with Tom Bailey and the Sick Week guys as well too, kind of part of that whole Sick World drag and drive. But we love doing streetcar stuff, and we saw this opportunity to do that with him, and then obviously expand the partnership with you guys as well too, to be a part of the baddest streetcar race in the world. So just no brainer.
Well, we appreciate you guys, and for those of you competitors out there looking to copy me, I've got an exclusive, and if I allow any of y'all to use him, you're gonna pay double. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Gavin.
Yeah,
appreciate you
absolutely.
guys very much. Let you get to work.
Yeah, thanks.